Broncos
almost.
are an offense on the rise. Chargers are an offense on the burn. What's up, Fackers? We are back with our Fantasy and Chill 101, counting down the top 101 fantasy football players for the 2020 season. Number 39 on our countdown is wide receiver for the Denver Broncos, Cortland Sutton. He is our 15th ranked wide receiver. Last year, he finished as wide receiver 20. So some of his stats last year, he had 72 catches for 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns on 125 targets. He scored 190.42 fantasy points, an average of 11.9 points per game. All right, so he was pretty productive last year. He averaged 5 yards after contact or yards after catch. Sorry. All right, so he's gaining some yards after he catches it. He only had 2 drops of the 125 targets. Okay, 72 catches, so pretty productive there. He's been in the NFL now 2 seasons. Over those 2 seasons, he is sixth in the NFL with 23 end zone targets. All right, so a lot of touchdown opportunities out there for him. 23 end zone targets in 2 seasons. I guess the one thing maybe you have to worry about is what his target share is going to be. We've seen the emergence of Noah Fant recently. They signed Melvin Gordon, who we know is a receiving back, and then they drafted Jerry Judy and KJ Hamler, two rookies that should get some run this year in the offense. Okay, so how much is he going to still get 125 targets, or is that going to go down?
Yeah, that's my only concern with him, honestly. We saw last year, like he's super talented. I don't think there's any denying that.
You're not
Like,
concerned about who's throwing him the ball?
well, I'm
Like
saying
Drew Lock.
like talent wise, like Cortland Sutton's a beast. Do
Yes.
we all agree
I
on
agree.
that? Like,
I agree.
very athletic guy, big body, super talented. But like Ryan said, you're getting all these new guys in here. Noah Fant's still there. Like last year, who was his competition? He had Emmanuel Sanders for a few games. They traded him away.
Deshaun Hamilton?
Yeah, yeah. You think he's gonna play at all this year?
No
Probably
way.
not. And then Noah
They
Fant
just
was second
drafted
in
Jerry
targets.
Jeudy.
Yeah. So I'm predicting his target share goes way down. Plus, you bring in a Melvin Gordon too, who's a great pass catcher out of the backfield. This is like one of those offenses I tend to avoid. Like it's similar to the Giants were a couple years ago when they had Odell and Evan Ingram, Saquon. Like I don't know. I try to avoid these offenses for pass catchers at least.
I guess the problem I have with Sutton is where he's going. I mean, they have him at 42 ADP right now in half PPR. I mean, the wide receivers going around him are Calvin Ridley, AJ Brown, Tyler Lockett, Keenan Allen. I did do a mock draft where Cortland Sutton and Keenan Allen with my wide receivers 1, 2, and I did not like it at
That's
all.
scary. Yeah, I don't know.
It is.
I thought you were gonna say you
It,
like that. I was like, I don't know.
no, no, no. I mean, like, yeah, I love the volume. Sutton's a beast. You're saying all the right things, but I just Drew Lock throwing to him, and I mean where he's going. Like, I'd much rather have Tyler Lockett or DJ Shark even or Devontae Parker, DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
Those guys are going 10, 15 spots later.
You mentioned
This
AJ
is why I love
Brown.
him.
You mentioned AJ
Huh?
Brown going around him. Like what?
He's going 5 spots ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty
Yeah.
close.
What situation do you prefer better? For because they're both similar. Like they're both we saw them last year. Second year wide receivers, both beasts. But I think AJ Brown has a lot better chance to. He doesn't have as much competition as Sutton's gonna have.
Yeah, it depends. If I go AJ Brown right there, it's because I want a wide receiver one. I want that guy who has a potential to finish top five, and I went running back, running back, running back, or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if AJ Brown's my number two, I am super happy. But Sutton would also be a solid number two. I
Oh
would
yeah,
not
yeah.
draft him to be my number one though.
I would ask Ryan who he prefers, but we already
You
know.
already know how I feel about AJ Brown, and I can't back off that.
Yeah,
But
Okay,
I will say
okay.
about
yeah. Let
I'm
Ryan go
sorry.
about Sutton. I want to hear his
how
thoughts.
I feel about Sutton. I'm just saying that I love the connection he established with Drew Lock at the end of the season. Now, a lot of that came from watching him torch the Texans both together. But Cortland Sutton had some big games toward the end. He's a monster target, and I keep going back to the end zone targets. Okay, that's what you want. The biggest
Yeah,
opportunity for a wide receiver to score is to catch the ball in the end zone. 60 in the NFL over the last 2 seasons, 23 end zone targets, right? He's going to get some end zone opportunities, some jump balls, and he's going to come down with some of them. Okay, so he's a big body who's going to score a lot of touchdowns.
Well, let's also factor this in for the end zone. They didn't have Melvin Gordon last year, who, like I said in his video, might be one of the most efficient running backs in the red zone at scoring the ball. So he's also going to affect that a little bit as well.
I think their offense as a whole will be a lot better, and I think they'll have a lot more scoring opportunities.
Yeah. Jerry Judy scares me too, but
Okay, so if you like Sutton, then do you like Melvin Gordon because of the Denver offense?
I guess relative to what you're talking about, I like Cortland Sutton as he compares to the wide receivers more than I like Melvin Gordon, how he compares to other running backs.
Ryan can't like Melvin Gordon because Philip Lindsay's still on the team. And we all know Ryan loves some Philip Lindsay.
I like Philip Lindsay, but I mean, Melvin Gordon's obviously the running back to own there. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, if the draft was today, who would you take, Cortland Sutton or Keenan Allen?
We know Ryan.
Yeah, I did these rankings, Britt.
Yeah.
You already did Keenan Allen.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you did these rankings a long time ago, so you would take Sutton, no
I
doubt.
literally moved one around today because I changed my mind on one. But yes, I'd take Sutton. Like
Matt?
Drew Lock, I like Drew Lock, and I'd rather have Drew Lock throwing a ball to a big target, Cortland Sutton, than Tyrod Taylor throwing the ball to Keenan Allen.
I think I almost agree with you.
Broncos
Almost
are an offense on the rise. Chargers are an offense on the.
Yeah, y'all doubt my boy Tyrod, but we'll save him for top 10 rankings.
Sutton had 1,100 receiving yards last year, right?
Yes.
How many 100-yard games did he have?
Well, I'm looking at it right now. So.
How many?
You want me to tell you? 2.
I don't know, 2.
He had 2? Because mine is showing 1. Maybe Fantasy Pros is off.
What's your point?
He's not one of these receivers that's going to get you 150 yards like multiple weeks.
I like the touchdown potential.
He's going to get you about 60 yards, and with the possibility of a touchdown or 2.
But all of his touchdowns came in 1, 2, 3, 4 games
at the end of the season, right?
No, he had 2 in week 13, and then he had 1 week 9, and week 4 and 5 he had 2 and 1.
Oh.
It's not gonna. It doesn't change the fact that he's going to be a red zone threat.
Yeah, I mean, at half PPR, he's got value because he's getting almost double-digit targets every week, especially coming in.
Yeah, but like we said, that was with no competition last year. Now he's getting 2 rookie wide receivers, Melvin Gordon, Noah Fant on the rise.
You still have a second-year starting quarterback in Drew Lock. He's gonna still rely on Cortland Sutton. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna be his boy.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I think I prefer some other guys.
Are you on Sutton now?
Yeah. For those
if he falls, where he's going at his current ADP, no.
I don't know. He's not going to fall. If anything, like I think people are hyping him up a lot this offseason. I think he's going to rise. If anything.
Look at this. His ADP in half PPR is 42. His ADP in standard is 64. I mean, that's a 22 spot difference. In PPR, he's 45. I don't fucking understand that. You figure he'd be higher in PPR.
No one plays standard, so just throw that one out the window.
I'm just saying.
If you're playing standard, stop. Yeah, the targets, you love when you're looking at his last year's game logs, but I think a lot's going to change this year for him. But
I think the problem with Sutton is he's not a sexy name.
I don't know. Like I said,
well, no, but
I think a lot of people are hyping him up in the offseason.
Keenan Allen is.
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying for a second year kind of breakout. And this is his 3rd year, but like DK Metcalf was a sexy name. You know, someone coming out of college, like a huge frame. Like no one really knew who Sutton was until he busted on the scene last year. I think if his ADP is too high. Now, if I get him in the 5th round or even 6th round, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
What did you say his ADP was? 40 something?
42. Right at the beginning of the 5th.
That's the 5th round.
Well, for 10 team, yeah.
All right. Sounds good. You'll take him.
All right, Britt's drafting him. Literally before I hit start recording, Britt's like, I'm not too high on Sutton this year. By the end of the video, yeah, I'm taking him 5th round.
Well, no, I mean, if he it's hard to say. I don't believe in Drew Lock or the Denver offense, really, but I don't know.
Tune in next week to see if Britt will take Sutton. Probably flip-flop by that time. Go ahead.
All right. Cortland Sutton, our 15th ranked wide receiver, number 39 overall. We out.
Yeah.
Later.